Boys and girls, I'm going to read a story to you,
pictures?
and it's called Hurty Feelings. And this is a story that I'm reading to you because it's one of my favorite authors. The author of this story is Helen Lester.
I have a lot of those books.
Who is the character in our story going to be, do you think? Nick, who do you think?
The hippo.
The hippo. And from the title, who can tell me what is wrong with the hippo? What's the problem going to be, Lars?
He has hurt feelings.
I think he has hurt feelings. It is a she. What gives you a hint?
The bow.
The pink bow in her hair. I want you to think, while I'm reading this story, I want you to think about why this is one of my favorite stories and why I want to share it with you. Because did you know that readers,
favorite story.
yes, and readers share favorite authors with friends. If I think it's a really good book, I want to tell you about it so you have the chance to read a really good book. So I'm going to share this with you as we do that. So we recommend favorite authors to other people. Hurty Feelings by Helen Lester.
Please wait till after she's done with the book. Then you may use it, Keith, when she's finished.
Fragility, that's an interesting name. Fragility was a solid piece of work. What do you think that means? What do you think that means, Jalen?
She got in trouble a lot.
She got in trouble a lot. What else could it mean, Keith?
That she's working a lot.
Let's read a little farther to see if it gives us another hint. Fragility was a solid piece of work. When she walked, her world wobbled. In the hippo game Sink to the Bottom, she was always the first to touch mud.
Heavy.
Her strong jaws could munch a field of grass faster than any lawnmower. She had never cried when she stubbed one of her toes, or all 16. But if injured toes didn't bother Fragility, something else did. Injured feelings. Fragility was fragile. I want to write this word up here.
Fragile. My leg was can break really easily.
I heard it. It could break really easily.
My Legos are fragile.
Your Legos are fragile.
Oh.
When someone said, Fragility, you look so nice today, she would wail, you hurt my feelings.
Who did?
I'll reread that page. I want you to think about what it says. When someone said, Fragility, you look so nice today, she would wail, you hurt my feelings.
How?
I was thinking the same
Oh,
thing.
because she likes to get dirty.
Nice? Do you know what else is nice? Cupcakes are nice. So you're comparing me to a squishy cupcake. With that, she would flop on the ground and weep. So what is she thinking about when someone says, you look nice today?
You look like.
What is she thinking? Thanks for raising your hand, Lars.
She thinks in her mind that he's saying that she looks bad today.
Yes. That's what she's thinking. Is that what the person's meaning? Or if someone said, Fragility, you have wonderful sturdy legs, she would wail, you hurt my feelings. Sturdy legs. Do you know what else has sturdy legs? A piano has sturdy legs. So that's what she's thinking. So you think I have piano legs, and flop she'd go, weeping. And if someone said, Fragility, you have such cute little ears, she would wail, you hurt my feelings. Cute little ears. Do you know what else has cute little ears? People have cute little ears. So you think I resemble a people. Flop, weep.
People have cute little ears. Yay!
As time went by, the other hippos, fearing she would throw more fits, stopped speaking to Fragility and became a big, solid piece of loneliness. So first they said she was a piece of work, and now they're saying she's a piece of loneliness.
What is she saying? On top of her head.
That says loneliness. So look at this bird right here. Doesn't want really anything to do with her. One afternoon, all the hippos decided to play a game of pick-up soccer. Fragility had chomped the field to perfection. She stood solidly in the goal, making save after save after save. All was going well until... Oh, I did those. I did those.
After save.
Rudy appeared, and Rudy had an appropriate name, for Rudy was extremely rude. I'm going to eat your goal, he announced. For me, lunch. The hippos gasped in horror. Step aside, big solid thing, Rudy bellowed at Fragility. You're blocking me lunch. I'm hungry, and I don't have all day. Please don't step on my thing. Fragility was frightened, but she was a solid piece of work, the protector of the goal, and thus she stood her ground. So Rudy, who knew of Fragility's fragile feelings, decided to dissolve her with insults. What are insults? What are insults? Nick, do you know? What are insults?
I think I know.
What do you think it is, Darren?
Saying stuff that's bad about someone else.
Ooh, do you think he's
know
right,
what the directions to
Jaden?
sit on the carpet and not crawl under the table, please. Thank
Jaden, do
you
you
for
think
going
that
back to the
Darren's
carpet.
right?
What?
Oh, you missed it. Crisscross applesauce, my friend. Darren, could you tell him what you said you thought the word
That
insult means?
That the hippo, not the hippo, but the elephant was saying not nice things about the hippo.
Do you think that's what insult means, to say not nice things? I think you might be right. Let's find out. So Rudy, who knew of Fragility's fragile feelings, decided to dissolve her with insults. You, said Rudy with a smirk, are very gray and pudgy. Very gray and pudgy, wailed Fragility. Eyes up here. Do you know what else is very gray and pudgy? An L.
A fin.
The weeps took over and she couldn't finish her sentence. Jaden, you can have a seat at your table spot.
An elephant.
Rudy stomped his feet. There's no such thing as an L. And stop weeping at me lunch. By the way, you've got legs like tree stumps. Tree stumps, wailed Fragility. Do you know what else has legs like tree stumps? An L. LF. The weeps took over and she couldn't finish her sentence.
Elephant.
Rudy jumped up and down. I've never heard of an LF. And I repeat, stop weeping on my lunch. You're making it soggy. Have you noticed your ears are just plain weird? I'm weird-eared, wailed Fragility. Do you know what else has weird ears? An elephant. Weeps and all, she finished her sentence.
Elephant.
Elephant, wondered Rudy. Seriously, elephants have weird ears? He trotted over to the water tub and gazed at his reflection. And his big, floppy, weird ears. And his tree stump legs. And his very gray, pudgy body.
Pudgy. Chubby.
What do you think he's learning?
That he is like the same thing as her.
Then he trotted back.
You
Nick.
hurt my
Jalen.
feelings.
Then he trotted back, flopped in front of the goal, and wailed, You hurt my feelings.
I was right.
Seeing the big bully in such a state, Fragility couldn't help but feel sorry for him. She brought wet washcloths to soothe his red eyes and tissues so he could blow his trunk.
I said,
Then she cradled his head and cooed, There, I know just how you feel. In time, Rudy calmed down, and he did not eat the hippo's goal. He said he'd be back soon to cheer them in their game, but first I'm off for my lunch, a nice salad.
a nice salad. That'd be good.
As he lumbered away, Rudy said, Fragility, you're a solid piece of work. Solid piece of work, she cried. Do you know what else? And then she stopped short, smiled sweetly, and said, Why, thank you. What did she learn? Was that an insult?
Yeah.
It wasn't an insult. He was trying to tell her
Thank you.
nice things. So, boys and girls, why do you think this is one of my favorite books? Lars.
Because we're not being nice.
Well, not that, but I think I learn a lesson from this book, Lars. I think you're on the right track. We learn a lesson about how to be nice. So my recommendation for you, boys and girls, is to look for books by Helen Lester because you will learn a lesson, and she's one of my favorite
Are
authors.
you recording that?
Got it? Did you learn a new word today?
Yeah.
What is it?
Insults.
Insults and fragile. Anything else?
Please sit on the
Thank
blue
you, boys and
carpet.
girls, for sitting nicely at
Kai,
your
and thank you
spots.
for going back right away. Keith, the direction is to sit on the blue carpet. Thank you for going back.
Yes, I saw that. Thank you.
Okay,
Okay, boys and girls, we're getting ready for centers. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I want to tell you about